Hey everybody, look who's in my kitchen again.
Hey.
It's Miss Naomi. And she is going to make some jerk pork. See that pork? It's already been prepped, washed in vinegar, and washed really nicely. And we're just doing a regular little quick jerk pork recipe that Naomi will be able to make for herself, her mom, and her brother. So we have a few seasonings over here. We have our jerk sauce right there. We have 3 tablespoons of jerk sauce. We have some Himalayan salt, pink salt that is. That'll help to make the meat dry. We have some ground ginger, 1 full tablespoon of ground ginger. We have some soy sauce. We have some browning and good old Scotch bonnet pepper sauce, and voila. We're just gonna throw some Goya sazon in there because we got it. And we are quarantined. So Naomi's gonna start. If you notice, she has gloves on because we wanna make sure that her hands, pretty little hands, don't burn. So go ahead, Naomi. She's gonna lead the way. We've already discussed what she's gonna do. So just pay attention because I'm gonna try my best to keep quiet while she works. So your meat's already prepped. What you putting on? Your ground ginger. So if you notice, she sprinkles it on and then she's gonna rub it in to make sure all the pieces get a little bit of ginger. Don't ask us why we're putting ground ginger in there. We just are, because we're making up our own recipe as we go. This is the quarantine recipe, so we're using what we have in stock because we are following the rules of trying to keep this down. Keep it down so we're not gonna be out on the street. So we've already started and we're catching you guys up. Look who's in my kitchen again. So she's already put on her ground ginger because we're making jerk pork. So go ahead, Naomi, rub that ginger in. Make sure every piece gets it. You can pick it up, rub it on like you're bathing it. There we go. Give it some love. There we go. She's wearing gloves, y'all, just so that her hands don't burn because the jerk seasoning is very hot. Now you go ahead and add your soy sauce. Soy sauce already has sodium in there, but we're still gonna add a little Himalayan salt so that it can dry it out, and then she's gonna rub all of what she puts on. And that's a tablespoon of Himalayan salt and 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, because we're gonna start it in the oven open so that it gets that nice dry. And I see some of you are joining us here on Facebook Live as we go ahead and prepare our jerk pork. All right, add the browning, which will give it a little coloring. Make that meat turn dark. Girl, don't waste nothing now. Get up and get all of it in there. Just rub it like when you wash your puppy. Pick it up, rub the pieces, make sure everybody gets a little something. This is what happens when you come to spend time with Auntie Sonia. We're quarantined, so guess what we're gonna be doing? We're going to be cooking. So she's already added her Himalayan salt, her ground ginger, her soy sauce, her browning. Now she has to add her Scotch bonnet pepper, which is 2 teaspoons. Use your finger to make sure you wipe everything out of the containers. Good job. Any more of that ginger left in there, you dust it off and then make sure every container is clean. Put all that seasoning up in there, girl. So for those of you who like pork, I don't eat pork, but Naomi and her mama does, so they are making jerk. Well, Naomi is making jerk pork. So check to make sure everybody's getting some love. There you go. Check your meat to make sure everybody has, nice coloring. There we go. And we left most of the fat on there because we're gonna cook it open, so we want the fat to cook in there. Now for your jerk seasoning, and that's what you need to rub in. So spread the love around, spread the love around. I see you, Miss Betty, saying you never tried the jerk seasonings. Well, you may have to step out the box now and get a little something, something. Good job with rubbing it in. I don't think we need the Sazon, so we're gonna probably leave that off. All right, now you're gonna place it in your pan over here. Remember how we laid it out before? Good job. So she's laying her pork in the pan. Naomi, you're a natural in the kitchen. God knows, because some folks grown and all. Why is her mother in our video? Your job was just to bring the child, ma'am. See what happens when you get the parents involved with the teaching? I'm just messing with y'all parents. Look at that. She's being nice and neat and right there. Hey, my girl sprinkling on the seasoning. Look at you. You are doing a fine job, Naomi. Now use your hand to scrape everything out. That's just the anointing right there. Just get the anointing on it. We're not adding any oils or anything like that because the pork is already fatty. So we're just going to go ahead and let the fats cook. So spread, like, get it in the corner there. There we go. Sweet baby Jesus. All right, you can remove your gloves because you're going to stick it in the oven. And we currently have the oven at 350. So we're going to start it off open. And we're going to leave it open right up in the oven there. And we're going to let it cook for 30 minutes first, and then we'll go back and check on it. So now, let's chit chat with Naomi for a little bit. So this is your first time making jerk pork.
Yep.
And what was the most difficult part of it so far?
I would say knowing which flavors, which seasonings you want to put in it to make it the best tasting it can be.
Good. So we added ginger, which some people do the fresh ginger, but we just did ground ginger because our fresh ginger is reserved for ginger mint tea. So we are doing dry seasonings with the ground ginger. Then we did some jerk seasoning, and we're gonna let it cook, and then we'll come back at you guys. Does anyone have any questions for Naomi while we're here? Let's see. Do we have any questions? Let's see. Florence says that you'll be a full-fledged chef by the time you leave here. Alrighty, guys, we'll come back at you later. No questions, so we're gonna move right along. And just to know, I'm an educator at heart, and I want to make sure that kids don't have to just be in the books. You can have them in the kitchen too. We have recipes and all of that other stuff, but right now she's washed, and what we do in this kitchen is when we cook, we clean. So she's gonna go ahead, and in 30 minutes we'll be back because we'll check on the pork, how far it's gone, and then go from there. Alrighty, see you guys later. Get in the camera. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Get that thing out of the oven, girl. Alrighty. So that's our Here we go. You gotta turn it. Kind of flip them over. Let's see. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. All right, Miss Naomi, I see you. Her mama gonna eat good. Real good. Dorcas, you wanna come over and see what your daughter made?
What'd you say?
I said, do you wanna come over and see what your daughter made? She made some jerk pork. You heard us over here seasoning it while you were working, right?
Good.
So peoples. Naomi is back at it. All right, so now we gotta test it, so you're gonna have to cut a piece to see if it's done. Let's get the steak knife. Just cut it right in there like, oh. You gonna let your mama taste it? Or who's that, you?
No,
Taste
the
it.
55-year-old.
Don't put the camera on you?
Don't, no.
She's camera shy. Take the fork from the child. Grab another fork, Naomi, and cut another piece so you can taste it. Does it need more cooking? You don't want the people to see that face you just put on.
No, the hair.
Oh, Lord. These vain folks.
Oh, wow.
Make sure you blow it, Naomi, because I don't want it burning you.
This is good.
So it's been in the oven, what was it, 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Yep, we started at 350, and then we put it up to 400.
Good.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
All righty, so
Flavor's
this
good.
is, say that again?
Flavor's good.
You can taste the ginger?
Yes.
Good. So here you have it, folks. Naomi's jerk chicken. Not jerk chicken, my bad. Jerk pork. See that rich color? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Hey, Nana. I'm over here teaching the young folks how to cook. All righty. Dinner served. I guess they're having it with, what you made, white rice?
White rice.
Yes, sir. And we have some leftover spinach from the other day. So, folks, here you have it. How old are you, Naomi?
I'm 16.
16 years old, and she just prepared jerk pork. So guess what? Our beautiful young girls are in the kitchen cooking. She made some jerk pork. I'm going to check if my buddy up the hill would like some so I can hook her up. But here you have it. When they're not hitting the books and they're home quarantined, make sure that you're teaching them how to cook. Go ahead and check out our first video of her seasoning it. This is it just out the oven. She sampled it, her mom sampled it, and dinner's ready to be served. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We will post this video on our Cooking with Auntie Sonia on YouTube. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe. The recipes are very, very easy, and unfortunately, you know, pork is a cheaper type of meat, and with this epidemic right now, a lot of people are having to buy cheaper things and so forth. This whole pan of pork was like $8.65. I don't eat pork, and what I did was I picked this up just so that we can show the different things that you can be done. And this was done in the oven. There was no frying done. It was baked in the oven. It's cooked through and through, and we're going to serve it up. So check out the full video on Cooking with Auntie Sonia. That should be posted up in the next couple of days. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be back again with some more recipes that young girls, young boys, everybody can cook. Alrighty, thank you all. Stay safe. Bye-bye.